5 starts up. Yo, what's up, guys? How you doing? We got round 2 here. First ever showing of the Sexy Rexy. I've never called him that before. I only call him Rexy, but I had to do his full name, you know? And he's teaming with Daddy Slothington. By no means a newcomer. Somebody that is a very regular tournament entrant here. And, you know, long-time sub. And the boy, when he's not being cocky and saying mean things to people in chat. Up against the tryhard.
Don't expect me to wish
and Quake, the Mr. Quake himself. So we got a really great match here. Insane round 2. We got a lot of strong teams this time around. So, you know, it was bound to have you know, a matchup like this early on. So real quick, I'm going to go into something. I got suspended on Twitter. Oh, you know what? I just pause right for a sec. This is real quick. All right, I got suspended on Twitter, in case you didn't see. I was thinking maybe I'd make a little video, but I was like, nah, what does it matter? But anyway, so I got suspended from Twitter because there's this kid that's going around like mass reporting Smite accounts, I guess. He would go to probably like a vague tweet. Like for me, what I think got me suspended was he went on to, or what I imagine happened is I think the person went onto my profile, saw that I replied to I think it was Bagel, jokingly, who's a friend of mine, you know, jokingly saying die to him in all caps, and just reports that with like 30 bots, and bada bing, bada boom. I am suspended from Twitter. The same exact thing happened to Hindu. That's why I think it's like somebody within the community doing it. And it just kind of really sucks because, you know, that's my platform to reach out to you guys, you know, be it my YouTube or Twitch audience when I'm not streaming or making YouTube videos. And it's also just like what I love. Like, I love social media. Like, most people say social media is you know, a big form of stress. A lot of poke damage coming out from the soul here. This is a good comp for both of these guys. Look at this guy Rexy just going straight in, still deciding to fight that, even though his jump, you know, did not push them the way that he wanted to. They had backed up enough that he couldn't push them into the tower. But yeah, so it's just kind of sucks, especially with my anxiety, because it's a super good coping mechanism for me. But look at this, Rexy is waiting on his impale here, actually hits it, but gets Quake to about 5 HP. A nice shell will keep him alive through that. Good for them getting the shell. This is something we expect from Rexy. I think a lot of early aggression. You know, he wants to play up a lot. That's really his kind of, you know, just personality and overall play style. He's up against Tryhard's soul here. I'm not too, you know, I think I've seen Tryhard a little bit in 2v2s before, but not, you know, too familiar with his play style. I know Quake as well is quite an aggressive player. He's keen on the Warriors a lot, so not surprised to see him on the Ravana. I think Ravana's actually one of the best 2v2 gods. Probably like in the top 5 for best 2v2 gods right now. Surprised to see him get through, because most of the time he's banned. I think this Ravana soul comp is incredibly strong and probably outweighs the Anhur Fafnir if played correctly. But, you know, perhaps not by much. Both of those characters are still, you know, beasts in their own right. Fafnir and the Anhur. Quake going in to defend his carry there, but it wasn't too necessary. He took a little bit more poke than he needed to. If Rexy wins, Afro Carrot is subbing to him on Twitch live. Wins the tourney, he says. Okay. Way to cop out. But yeah, so basically this Twitter thing really fucking sucks. Twitter is something that, you know, I use not even just for tweeting and shit and scrolling through the feed and retweeting and shit, but also, you know, it's where I talk to a lot of my friends too on group chat and stuff, so it's kind of the worst. This guy, whoever the fuck bag was, he definitely hit me hard. So good shit, fuck bag. You got me. You got me, because I am reaching for Twitter all the time. Especially, like, you know, with my anxiety, I just can't, like, have moments where I sit still for a lot, because my mind will start to race, and, you know, my heart will start to, you know, increase its, what's the word? It's beating. Yeah, and shit will just not go too well for me. So, yeah. unfortunately, this definitely did hit me hard, and I'm really hoping that it can be fixed. I appealed it, but I've heard bad things about appealing, that they don't actually work, like that nobody actually reads your appeals, and I would not doubt it. I mean, there's like billions of, how many Twitter users are there? I don't know. But there's probably a billion at least, right? Wow, Quake taking so much damage here because he doesn't have the defensive item finished yet. Those shots just going to be, unfortunately, shy. While Tryhard goes in hard, but the Aegis baited him so hard. Rexy's going to be able to kill him here if he finds it. There it is. What a great setup from Sloth, being able to hit him with that nice stun. Rexy was probably going to be able to get that that impale in either way and finish him, but you know, great to have that team synergy. Let it shine here in the early, get some momentum going for you guys. Beautiful stuff. She shouldn't have spam laughed, yeah. So yeah, definitely mispositioning from Tryhard. He figured like he was just gonna all in there for Rexy's life, but got completely baited by the Aegis. Even without the Aegis, though, I think it was just a greedy play. You know, he had Sloth there backing him up, who still had Dragon form as well. You know, he's a straight up support. You know, he is Fafnir, so he has a lot of heal options, and one of them is turning into a giant dragon and, you know, eating you alive. There's a lot of damage coming out onto Quake. Again, like I said, he's not as tanky as he wants to be just yet, so he's got to be careful. But good poke coming out onto Rexy as well. The standoff. And a good hammer there. Nice. Ooh, I think Quake's going to go down here even with it. Nope, nope. And he's got the shell again, so Rexy's the one actually baited out here. Wow, the final auto. That's so unfortunate, but Tryhard goes into the Corporeal form. The stun from Sloth, the 2v1, and the taunt spam. Oh, double deicide. Again, it keeps repeating deicide twice. Why is it doing that? I don't understand. Anyway, damn. Tryhard ends up coming out the victor of that one. Strong, dude. Rexy's just coming up now, so he actually wants to back off of this blue. He doesn't have enough mana to take it, to be able to use his 2 and use his 3 to get away even. So, smart move from Tryhard, not overstaying on that. That could have been an easy pick, which resulted, you know, in a immediate swing in favor of the blue yet again. So nice on him not to throw that lead. But yeah, these guys have just been taunt spammed. I think they're gonna have something to say about this, Rexy and Sloth. Like I said, the comp from this red team is very, very strong. So the more it starts to come online and the tankier that Quake gets, the more he'll be able to dive and set up easy shots for Tryhard. Confirm more of that damage. And hit him with the big supernovas. Look at the builds here. Both of them are going for Breastplate of Valor, it looks like, in Quake and Daddy Slothington. Could be an Edian from Quake. Depends if he's going to value the cooldown or not. Wow, big shots from Rexy. He's doing so much damage to that soul. That's that Anhur, baby. Oh, and look at that. Returned right back, and she laughs. It's quite a little bit of a stalemate right now, as both players, or both teams, are giving each other a little bit more respect. Breastplate is indeed picked up for Quake as well as Sloth. Devo's finish, or not just Devo's finish, but tier 2 Xe picked up here for Rexy. Oh shit, the rhymes are so sexy. All right, so we got this man on 26 stacks on his Devos. Well on his way towards a happy stack Devos. Interesting to see he goes the regular dual builds here. I've seen a lot of the ADCs go all different kinds of builds here. Some opting more into like the Aussie style, with just getting, you know, earlier, quicker attack speed and effective pen, getting their Xyz done quicker. But he valued getting that Devos, and I think he'll probably be well off for it. You know, this is gonna be a late game. Most 2v2 games, I think the meta seems to really revolve around getting that early pressure to translate into something, because, you know, you can do a lot off of an early snowball in 2v2. But in a game like this, you can tell that, you know, like with these stalemates here, it's going to go on for quite a little bit. Oh, wow. Good damage. Unfortunately, Rexy's, you know, main form of damage in the 2 is going to knock Quake away there. Ooh, nice jump.
Beware the shifting sands.
Ooh, now this could be bad. Again though, Rexy knocks him out of the way. I think actually if he had ulted him there instead, it would have been more powerful, because he wouldn't have had to knock him away with the bulk of the damage. And then maybe could have looked to follow up with a 2, you know, chasing them onto the tower afterward, because he's really got Quake on the back foot here. A lot of 2v2 also relies on focusing one target, getting them low, and then once the enemy, the enemy comes in to protect them, because it is a 2v2, and, you know, everybody always wants to help their partner out. You turn tail, or not turn tail, flip the table, and you actually go on to the enemy that's trying to save their teammate, and that ends up happening a lot here, especially in the lower level games. People will get swept up real quick by mispositioning, thinking that, you know, they can do more than they can for their teammate. It all depends on, you know, what you have up, and also your class. Like we saw in the first set, Inelia crucially went in on an opportunity to try to save her teammate Velsaria in the early, and it just, you know, it's unfortunately futile. It ended up pushing them out a lot more because of the damage that was taken. Because as a Wheelix in that kind of position, you know, there's not much she can do to save the Sobek after his dash is already expended and everything. So yeah, it takes a lot of... wow, look at Rexy get poked out hard there. Sloth doing the best he can to try to stop them, but their push potential is huge here. Tryhard knows it, so he's trying to just get them to back so that he can take down this tower. Looks like they're posturing towards the Bull Demon here, but they might just be looking for the pick. And get a little bit more damage onto Sloth, but this is working out well for the blue team so far. Nothing taken for the red. They weren't able to go do Bull, and they didn't take too much of the tower there. So, ends up a successful defense. Smart of them to do, you know, the way they did. They needed to keep Sloth there, because without, you know, with Soul going unopposed up against the tower there, he's just going to be able to take it out in seconds. Not seconds. Alright, no, yeah, seconds. Won't take a minute. Maybe like 30 seconds, but at this level. Yeah, she doesn't have too much pen online yet. She's got the Divine Ruin, just giving her, what is that, 10 magical penetration. It's a interesting pickup this early from her. The Fafnir heal, I don't think it's something you usually want to prioritize against that much, given that it is only a self-heal. You know, if he was healing up on her a ton, I would see more use in it, but he's also combating the Devo gloves from Rexy, so, you know, it's definitely doing its work. And I guess, you know, he's got all the time in the world. He's figuring that their late game comp probably beats theirs, even the late game mage in Soul. Quake taking a lot of damage here. Hasn't used ultimate yet, though. There he goes. Throws it down. Rexy's getting bopped by a lot of that damage from Soul. That was a really good setup. Rexy had already jumped in the engagement, so Tryhard and Quake immediately responded, doing as much damage as they could. Oh, Sloth actually picks up a Shield of Thorns here, unbeknownst to me until this moment. And it will work pretty well against this Soul. Ooh, great damage from the dragon there. She's gonna be able to just go and take this red buff. Perhaps we'll see. Sloth looking over to it. She probably doesn't have the kill potential on him. Did he just take that? Wow, that's rough. You never like to see that happen. But great defense from Sloth. Quite a close game. Probably the closest 2v2 game I've seen in any of our tournaments so far. Yeah, now Soul's going into the defensive option as well, looking like Breastplate is going to be picked up. Just wants to get beefy enough to take the damage from Rexy without being entirely forced out each time. Anti-heal should definitely be picked up in this case against the Soul. And I think that's something that the blue team is definitely lacking right now. I'm surprised to not see Daddy Slothington go into a Pestilence here, at least, you know? As well as even like a Heartward. He doesn't have any protection going on to Rexy for this, you know, this incredibly potent Soul at this point. That Shogun's only going to help himself out. Other than obviously giving the attack speed, but the magical defense of it only going to be helping for himself. So yeah, I would definitely think a Heartward could be a possibility here, or at least the Pestilence to limit her healing. Oh, nice. Rexy's been really good with those pillars, interrupting the Soul too. And Sloth, on the other hand, has actually been fantastic with these hammers, hitting a lot of them from max range. It's an awkward ability to me always, that hammer. So much damage coming out from Rexy onto the Soul, and finally Sloth again with a clutch hammer finds it. This guy's been looking real good, and Rexy is just continuing this aggression. Sloth's gonna go in with the jump, misplaced though. It doesn't matter because he sets up for Rexy's impale. Forces Quake to walk around the tower right into Rexy's arms. That 3 in Dragon form is sometimes so hard to land, especially the positioning that that Quake had on him there behind the tower. There's only, you know, it's a large ability and you can't get caught like in the wall, so you have to position it very very carefully, and it just gets a little awkward. So that miss was definitely understandable. All he needed to do was have his presence there, put a body under the tower. Jabber wants to know if they should hold their game. Yeah, sure. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's the semifinals, right? Yeah, thanks for asking. I know they're really asking because they just want to have time on the big screen, right? But not really. Thank you. Helps a lot. Because we don't like going into a match when it's already started, or we'd have to spectate the winner of this, and then, you know, we've already just seen. Alright, beads are down right now for that Soul. Just used them, got a huge cooldown on. Oh wow, Quake just jumps in. I don't know about this position that he's taken. He has done a lot for this red buff and just obliterated. They were able to get both of them about to half health, you know, a little bit lower for Sloth, but just, it didn't seem like that was a coordinated effort, you know? They weren't like, okay, let's go, let's dive, dive, dive. Quake was just like, here, there's a red buff, and I'm gonna steal it. He didn't even, you know, try to ult Rexy, instead just straight up ulted the red for the steal, and that is certainly not worth it. Oh, Tryhard's gonna be very careful here, but so does Sloth. He's very low. Shield of Thorns could kill Sloth here. He should turn and just try to kill him. Wow. That's crazy. Deicide. Why does he say it twice? Is this a bug? Yeah, it must be a bug. It has to be, right? Yeah, so the best thing that Tryhard could have done for himself there was just kill Sloth, but he just got chain CC'd and absolutely obliterated. The damage from these two coming out strong. The Fafnir is so powerful, you know, in that dragon form especially. Even without it, the hammer we've seen confirm quite a few kills. He's at 3, 1, and 4 right now. And this comp works out so well because of Fafnir's 2 being able to give Anhur a steroid that he doesn't have naturally. It certainly makes up for the fact that Anhur, you know, doesn't scale as well as a lot of the other hunters into the late. because of the lack of that steroid. Able to just give it to him with that little funny dancing man. Look at that. That Anhur just shredding through. Yeah, Rexy definitely went the straight up dual build. Uh-oh. Quake does die there. Great shots from Rexy, though. I gotta say, not many, like, jukes from Quake. They might be able to just end here. Look at the auto attacks from Fafnir when he twos and stuff. It always cracks me up. Yeah, this is a done deal. A lot of taunts from Tryhard, but the win goes the way of Rexy and Sloth. Really great stuff from these guys, I gotta say. Impressive performance all around. And like I said, I really liked the way the team composition worked out, the way that it benefits Anhur in the late too, being able to give him that 2 from Fenrir for the extra attack speed. Make up for the only part of the kit that he lacks in the late, and bam, come out swinging. GG.